Saya saya tunggu Encik Faizal kejap lah. Mr.
No
Yu,
problem. Ah,
Mr. Yu apa anak sekarang umur berapa?
uh, 15 month, 15 bulan.
15 bulan. Dia dah ada diagnosis.
Diagnosis memang because my anak memang is a birth defect kan. So dia memang dari terus keluar daripada apa itu, dia terus lahir, dia terus diagnose lah.
Diagnosis sebagai apa tu?
Dia diagnose sebagai as a congenital defect will be on the bladder atrophy and the epicardias.
Oh, bladder extrophy
Yep.
Bladder extrophy and epispadias
Yep.
Spadias, okey. Sekarang umur 15 bulan lah kan?
Yep.
15 bulan. Mr. Yu rumah dekat mana sekarang?
Rumah saya because saya memang kerja di Bintulu, Sarawak. Tapi anak saya since dia lahir di Bintulu. Lepas tu dia transfer pergi to Bintulu Hospital and then transfer to Kuching Hospital lah.
Mhm.
So now if anak saya, because I not fully transfer anak saya back to Bintulu punya hospital, so we will be on and off pergi Kuching as well lah.
Follow up dekat Kuching lah.
Hmm.
Okey. Okey, selamat datang kepada Encik Syafiq. Mr. Yu, kalau Mr. Yu nak tutup video pun tak apa, saya tak kisah.
Okay, then I tutup lah since semua orang dah buka sekejap lah.
Uh,
Okay.
boleh save sikit apa recording size video nanti.
Okay,
Uh,
sure, tak apa.
Okey, Cik Syafiq, saya mula. Cik Puan Katina dengan Cik Syafiq.
Boleh, boleh.
Boleh ya? Okey. Mr. Yu, terima kasihlah kerana meluangkan masa hari ini untuk berkongsi pengalaman. Jadi hari ini kita akan meneroka kesan emosi dan psikologi yang
Okay.
dialami sebagai ibu bapa lah kepada anak dengan penyakit rare disease ini, dan serta cabaran-cabaran yang dihadapi dan juga strategi yang Mr. Yu gunakan untuk atasi cabaran ini. Jadi pandangan Mr. Yu sangat bernilai dan boleh membantu orang lain lah dalam
Okay.
memahami pengalaman ibu bapa yang berada dalam situasi yang sama. Okey, jadi soalan pertama saya, sekejap saya tengok rekod dulu. Okey, rekod. Okey, soalan pertama saya, Mr. Yu, bolehkah Mr. Yu mulakan dengan cerita pengalaman ketika pertama kali menerima diagnosis anak Mr. Yu. Bagaimana saat itu mempengaruhi emosi Mr. Yu?
Uh, pada masa itu macam mana cakap memang I feel sangat hopeless. I don't know what to do because when my anak dia diagnosed dengan is immediately after my baby was do you mind I
No problem. No, I don't mind.
bahasa English a little bit.
You can
So
use
sorry
English.
my bad. Ya, lepas it's memang feel sangat hopeless and then don't know what to do when I get the news when my baby was born with diagnosed with the bladder atrophy. This was informed by the pediatric because because when my wife delivery is become like an emergency punya cesarean. After an hour later, they inform me we don't know what to do, and then because my wife's delivery in the private hospital, immediately the private hospital didn't say much. They just say like, we need to transfer your baby going into the so-called the Bintulu hospital. During that time, we really don't know what to do because like it suddenly is from a very happy moment. We going into a very hopeless moment. During that time, because that this thing is so rare, nobody can tell us actually what we're supposed to be doing. Of course, during that time, I trying to be like Google a little bit, but during that time, it's very hard for me. I also don't know what to do. And then we are starting to looking for, including like, during that time, because like for my kid punya, all those symptom, because a lot of people, especially in US, they will be doing like immediately they will do it on the bladder closure punya operation because they want to be avoid for those how to say, they want to be avoid on the pelvis osteostomy because of the hormone, so hopefully they can be twist the pelvis bone in. So during that time, memang is don't know what to do because like I don't have any, during that time I just crying from one hospital going to another hospital and then going for like because my wife also cannot discharge during that time. So it's memang very stressful and then don't know what to do. Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Yu, what were some initial concern or fears that came to your mind during that time?
Yeah. What is the fear and concern? Is it like the first thing I will concern is it my baby can be survive or not? Because like yeah, of course, because my baby in a case will be like is a more on the birth defect. It's not really will be endanger his life. But during that time when my baby was born, during that time I don't have the information. So totally that is what I be concerned. Is it like because after 1 or 2 days, when I further research on, when we knowing what it's about, is a bladder atrophy, then we starting to worry that is it will be have other symptom or not, including the so-called the OEIS, like the spinal bifida. So until we go into the SGH, and
Okay.
then the doctor there, including the Miss Anne, when she's starting to explain that we also have more worry lah, because like during that time my baby breathing also is not so smooth. They even calling for the pediatric cardiologist to check. So they have a lot of uncertainty there for the past 2 weeks. So until after the 2 week, everything is getting better. So we're starting to calm down and then starting to try to seek for more correct information and then asking from the doctor, from the SGH help, and then thing getting better after that lah.
Okay. So, how did those early emotion changes or evolve over time?
Yeah, over time after the first few months, I would say like, especially in my, maybe I'm still a little bit better because my wife totally in a very, I would say my wife will have developed some of the anxiety. I also have the anxiety because after my baby born, my wife is still in Bintulu. Me and my baby will be transferred going to the SGH in Kuching, so we will separate apart for almost 2 weeks. That will be something like a lot of anxiety, and then my baby will be going for the operation on the day 4 into life, just to checking for the bladder as well as on the repair on the uh, hernia, bilateral hernia. So
Okay.
during that time is uh really don't know what to do. And then after my baby get discharged, although the thing is getting better a little bit, so we know what we're supposed, but we still facing a lot of uncertainty how to handle because my baby urine come out will be slightly different with the normal people. So based on the information we get, it's very easy to get the UTI. Even the doctor report stated on that, but this thing also will make us a very panic and very cautious. Like the baby has some minor symptom like fever, we were starting to panic during that time. We don't know what to do. And then we were starting to be asking a lot of opinion. Even in one time, I asking my brother to help in KL. I even when my baby in 2 months old, then during that time, we bring my baby into the UMMC to seek for one pediatric urologist. But unfortunately, he recommend us maybe going for overseas. That during that part also is like give her a lot of pressure as well. Like after that, my wife is totally fall sick and then hospitalized for a week.
Okay.
During that time, that the transition period, like you asking me how I feel, during that time, I'm feeling hopeless, don't
Yeah.
know what to do. Even I go to work, I also don't know what to do because I need to go back to Bintulu to continue to work. And then my wife will be continue stay in Kuching with my in-law to taking care of baby. So that will be the part like is a very difficult time for me. I would say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I understand that. Your life will, when you tell the story like that is, I think it's very hectic. If I think back lah, kan.
Yeah, yeah, because during that time, a lot of things also not going so smooth.
Mm,
You know, like because like my wife is not accompanying me to accompany the baby go for coaching to seek for the treatment. I need to
mhm,
bring my baby, and then like because I bring my baby, definitely I need to register for my baby because the private hospital, they also didn't prepare a lot of documents for me. So
mhm,
at the end, I go for the JPN registration. We facing a lot of problem
mhm,
until the hospital doctor in hospital Bintulu, they call the JPN, and then they sorting out some of the problem for me. Then in order for me to be rushed within the 3 days, I
mhm,
rushed to the Kuching hospital. So during that time, that a lot of thing like until in one time I really don't know what to do because
mhm.
like it think like everything is not be with me during
Yeah.
that time. So that a very difficult time, I would say that. Especially this also is my very first child.
Mhm,
So totally don't know what to do.
mhm,
Uh, even the very first time I go to coaching, I didn't prepare anything, the milk powder, the milk bottle, I didn't prepare. I
mhm,
only rush until the going to the coaching
mhm,
in the SGH. So, hey, you need to prepare all this. I suddenly realized that, oh, I didn't bring from the Bintulu. So I live in my home in Bintulu. I live in the confinement center. So this is a part like, it's a very difficult time during that time. Yeah.
yeah. Mr. Yu, what is your occupation?
Yeah, currently I am a manager, but basically I am from the chemical engineering in the background. Yeah.
Okay, you a manager lah. Okay, keep it. How many children you have?
Sorry?
How many children do you have now?
Yeah, now I only have one child.
Oh,
Yeah.
one child lah. Okay, keep it. Okay. So, in what ways has your child's diagnosis impacted your day-to-day life as a parent?
Yeah, how to impact the most impactful to me is first one will be like on day to day because after my child is transferred to Kuching, we decided because like we also afraid in Bintulu we might not be get a necessary medical care. So
Mm-hmm.
we decided to let my wife and my children to stay in my in-law in Kuching. So
Mm-hmm.
the first thing is almost every weekend I will be travel on every Friday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday
Mm-hmm.
I will travel to Kuching, and then it's totally go everything is not according to plan because original plan after the giving birth my wife will continue to working, and
Mm-hmm.
then after that, my wife immediately we decided that my wife will be starting. My wife resign.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing will be have some impact. Definitely will be on the financial impact because from a dual income family going to single income family.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one, the financial burden because I'm Malaysian, I get all the treatment in the SGH. My baby get the treatment, so definitely it's very cheap. So
Mm-hmm.
that part is not really burden me. It's more on the traveling, and
Yeah.
then the life changing one would be like normally before my baby born, me and my wife only go for hospital clinic. It's only for the like the after pregnancy medical checkup, all those things.
Uh,
But it's
okay.
become like our life, like we were dealing, go to the hospital
Mm.
quite a lot.
It's became routine now, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's become a routine because like sometimes and another one will be significant. Even we are sometimes when my baby go have a fever or high fever, we going for the private hospital. Normally the private hospital will tell us, you better don't come here, you direct go for the emergency or
Mm-hmm.
SGH. So that will be a lot of things has been changing for us. These were most the changes, but because this one a very rare disorder for my child.
Mm-hmm.
So even will be impact me because like we don't know what to do for the very first 6 months, I would say, because like during that time the doctor in SGH they also didn't tell us much, but they
Mm-hmm.
asking us to do our own research.
Mm-hmm.
When I talking with Miss Anne and Mr. Chin, when they are not tell us a lot of plan what's supposed to be doing. They will say like, I
Mm-hmm.
will look and see first. That will be actually giving me a lot of anxieties and up
Mm-hmm.
like my
So,
daily life. Like for example, when I'm working, I sometimes don't really paying attention on that. I
mm-hmm.
will be starting to Googling when my working time. I can tell you honestly,
Mm-hmm.
previous on that, I can be maintained like doing running exercise every day. But after this, because like I need to be travel on the weekend, all those
Mm-hmm.
totally go haywire. I
Mm-hmm.
no longer keep fit on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like after that I go back to my staying alone on the weekday in Bintulu, weekend on
Mm-hmm.
coaching. So a lot of things has been changing, including
Mm-hmm.
all my daily food. I'm not
Yeah,
really
there's
particular. So that yeah,
definitely some apa significant changes in your apa shift or routine lah kan.
yes,
Mm.
yes, definitely yes.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what is the specific emotion or psychological challenges do you find yourself facing the most often?
Yeah, the most part because like until now, I still feel very uncertain what next supposed to be do.
Mm-hmm.
Because like okay, when the first few months, me and my wife suddenly in the midnight, my wife will be suddenly wake up,
Mm-hmm.
starting to crying.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be the part like I might be acknowledged that during the time I also very feel hopeless. I also don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But because like my baby case, as long as the diaper is put in on, clothes is on, he feel nothing compared with other people, other baby. So we are
Mm-hmm.
very happy on that. We are very happy on that. We also enjoy to become the joy of become a parent.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, especially when we going to seek some the opinion from the doctor or routine checkup, and
Mm-hmm.
then that will be giving us a lot of a thought and then a worry and anxiety. And then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we also keeping asking why this thing happened to us,
Mm-hmm.
why this so rare chances thing happened to us. Is it we
Mm-hmm.
did nothing wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Why this thing we didn't diagnose during the pregnancy? Is it
Mm-hmm.
like, it's very honestly because my company will be cover all my baby delivery costs, including the prenatal check. So
Mm-hmm.
because me and my wife working, so we also don't take the effort to go for the government hospitals, go for the double check. So we
Oh,
direct go for private hospital because we want fast, because we
okay.
are working, plus because everything is covered for.
Okay.
Because my company insurance, everything is covered for that. So
Mm-hmm.
that was
Understood.
part like we are starting to blaming ourselves. Is it
Mm-hmm.
like my wife was starting to throwing the question to me like, is it after growing up, is it like one day, is it my child will be blaming us? Is it we bring this child into this world?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Understood.
You don't know because like now fortunately my baby second operation on the bladder collar and the pelvis osteotomy is very successful. I will consider it successful.
Mm-hmm.
Even the doctor didn't promise anything. They say just keep observation and see how.
Mm-hmm.
But we still feel that okay, maybe the next part will be prepare this repair. So
Mm-hmm.
what next? Is it my baby the bladder will be growing or not? Is it will be holding enough urine or not? Is it my baby will be achieve sufficient continence or not? During that time, until now I still have that feeling we don't know what to do, but
Mm-hmm.
what we're trying to ourselves is what we're trying to tell ourselves is we need to be strong because our baby need us. Because like
Yes. True.
whether later or not, is it we still can be rely on the government hospital or we have a better advance, we want to go for overseas,
Mm-hmm.
that it will be have given a lot of thoughtful. So what we need to be planned for in terms of financially, what we need to be planned for, even until now, we every time we want to spend money, we're also thinking, okay, what we supposed to plan for my child? So
Mm-hmm.
later on, is it go up? Is it more operation will be going on? Because as I join a lot of parent group in the Facebook, like
Mm-hmm.
overseas, sometimes they say that for my baby case, they go for 11 operation. Some
Mm-hmm.
even like the 70, 80, they about like 50 years old now. They
Mm-hmm.
even go through 40 time of the
Operation.
operation. So that
Yeah.
will be like give her a lot
Mm-hmm.
of
So,
how we want to be facing for the challenge and then what we supposed to be doing next. Because like this thing, unfortunately in Malaysia, it's very hard for me to find the information like like my baby case, And then just I get the information previously in Sarawak had one case, the same doctor doing it in 2000. And then recently in July, after my baby's discharge in UMMC, they have a 5 years old boy. They're asking the UK, from the UK, the Great Ormond Street Hospital, the doctor Imran Mustaq to assist doing the hospital. So all those things will be giving us a lot of concern. What will be the next? And then what we supposed to do and how we find the best for my child. Yeah. So this is what I'm feeling. Yeah.
So there's a lot of uncertainties there, right?
Yes.
So is there
Yes.
any particular triggers that intensify those emotion?
Yeah, when this all this the trigger, especially like during the time when every time I was seeing on my baby, uh, you know, sometimes when I going out to bring my baby out, and then on the supermarket, on the park, when I see other baby, I see other baby can be like just normal, or sometimes we go for the hospital to get the immunization for my baby. Then I was starting to wonder, why is us? Why
Okay.
is us? And then of course, because like it's a rare case, so I also starting to do some Google, read some the whatever journal available. So when I read more and know more, that also will be trigger me a lot emotional change. Then will feel like, yeah, sometimes it's because after they have so many research, they say like this, that you will have this. So yeah, it will be give me a lot of thought, and then it's like what I supposed to be doing, because like when we are in SGH, the doctor say, oh, actually no need to doing on this, but so a lot of things like what I supposed to be doing, and then this will be trigger me like, oh, I'm more worrying on that. Yeah.
Okay. So how did those feeling or emotion impact your overall well-being and I say relationships with others?
Yeah, because like, yeah, it's because like, like the relationship with other, because like some of the time can, we are a little bit, we all are in Malaysia. We seldom want to tell people on like, you want to share this thing with your kid. My case is a little bit special. We have a very rare disorder. So this will be the part like is very refrain me to share on my baby. Even like I don't want to share a lot of my baby with other. So this will be the part like is with other relationship, like after my baby or born in certain time, I also try to refrain myself with the connect with my parents as well as my sibling, because like sometimes a lot of time they will give a lot of comments. So maybe you're supposed to do this, do that, or you're supposed to seek the treatment from overseas. Like sometimes you share much, people might not be knowing actually what is going on. They based on what their assumption, they are not going through to read through.
Yeah,
They will
true.
be have a lot of assumption on you, the perception. So sometimes I really don't want to share a lot on those things. Yeah. Yeah. So this will be the part like I trying to avoid all those time.
Okay. So you said before some of the challenges you face multiple appointments and multiple operation, right?
Yes.
Is there any challenges you face as a parent?
Any challenges I face as a parent? Yeah, because like the parent we don't know how to handle my baby punya case, because like as a parent, because like I still remember after on November last year, after 3 months, my baby was born, because like my baby is starting like crying, and then we see like because my baby bladder is outside of the body. So it's starting, we see like the bladder is starting to how to say, starting to protruding out like from the body, because my baby is crying, all those kind of thing. But this kind of thing, like as a parent, we don't know what we supposed to be handle on it. So is it like any care how I supposed to be done? Because like some people were telling us, oh, you're supposed to do some cleaning. Some people say, oh, you're not supposed to be doing cleaning. So all those things like we are facing, this will be the difficult part. And then a lot of time, like the normal child, they will be get fever, even the diarrhea. Then the challenge for us is we are starting to think, is it this one is it like related to my baby punya is it related to my baby punya defect? Is it like is it the defect is causing on that, especially because the doctor report is stated will be have very high tendency to get the UTI. So that was the part like we don't know how to diagnose on it. So that will be the bigger difficulty. So it end up like we need to be like every time the baby pee, we need to be like try to checking and then cross check with the internet information because like the doctor keeping saying, I don't think other people will be telling you that is it a UTI or not. All those kind of symptoms like we definitely don't know. So those were the part like we don't know how to handle when have something is going wrong, like the baby getting sick. So this is the part like uh the the challenge we are facing. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right. So you earlier before you said that you felt particularly overwhelmed when you first face this problem after the childbirth, and then you have to go to SGS and left your wife at Bintulu, right?
Yeah.
Uh, any other particularly overwhelmed experience beside that?
Particular overwhelm. Yeah, the one I would say like it's very thankful to the SGH as well, Bintulu Hospital. During that time, I really get a lot of help from the nurses as well as the doctor, as well as a surgeon as well. Because during that time, they really calm me down, they helping. Because as a new parent, and then I don't have any experience, and then I bring my baby together with the doctor all the way to Kuching, and then over the night time for the first 2 weeks, my baby keeping crying. I don't know how to comfort on that. That also give me a lot of anxiety because I don't know what to do. Especially after the day number 4, my baby out from the operation and then it's still on the oxygen, the oxygen. That will be the part like I really don't know what to do.
Yeah,
And then during that, yeah.
I can understand that. So how have these challenges influenced your self-perception or confidence as a parent?
How perception as a parent, as myself?
Yeah, how have these challenges influenced you or influence your self-perception or confidence as a parent?
Yeah, during that time, it's really like actually really that I just learned from I basically I learned from the scratch lah. Is this will be the part, but after for the 1 month because after that because like during that time with the paternity leave and my annual leave or emergency leave, basically I almost stay in Kuching for 3 weeks. After that, after discharge from the hospital, it's really I starting to get the confidence, including in the hospital, they in SGH, they also teach me how to shower my baby in a 1 week old. So they, I would say like the nurse and the doctor really give me uh, a, a lot of help and help me to build up my confidence during that time to handling the child on the daily routine part lah. It's not talking about the bladder atrophy. They also tell me what I supposed to be doing, what's supposed to be. Then I starting to learn back, and then it's slowly to build up the confidence until my wife flew all the way from Bintulu to Kuching, and then I'm able to teaching my wife what we supposed to be do. Then I think like after that the thing is getting better. Yeah, for the daily routine, how to taking care of the child. Yeah.
Okay, very good on that part. Okay, is there any societal or systemic challenges like example lack of resources or support that add to your emotional burden?
Yeah, this part probably because like I'm not quite sure is it like my baby case, is it like will be going for the OKU or not? But I also didn't check. I didn't I didn't check on that because previously I do insure my baby during my wife's pregnancy. So we will find a lot of difficulty when we starting want to auto system on the system why when we do the claiming on that. Yeah, but this one is just more on the trigger part lah because before we decided to let my baby do the operation, the bladder closure in SGH, we also opt for going for the India to do the operation. So because like some of the challenge I was facing is like because my company insurance will be covered, basically we cover it all because it's unlimited. So I go for overseas, then I will need to facing a lot of the so-called the bureaucracy. I need to get a lot of letter confirmation and recommendation lah. So that would internally, when I go through the internal company HR, so I will facing a lot of things. So to how to say to get it through lah. But at the end, because like I decided we don't want to go, then it would be like no. Other than that, in terms of system, why? For example, when I bring my child want to go for India, we go for the passport. Even we are daily routine going for because after that my child also go for the orthopedic in the SGH. In terms of system, why I would say like in SGH or in Sarawak, a lot of the government agency they do give the priority for the baby. It don't care whether is it because of the rare defect or not. Basically, they know even they will give a lot of priority to the baby and the mother. So that part will be is us a lot. It's just only the challenge we are facing is during the bond, as I told, when we registered JPM, because of private hospital, they didn't do a right thing. They is quite arrogant, I would say that. So a lot of document we don't have, we end up like facing some of the difficulty on the JPM, but it's not on the JPM, it's not fault on the JPM part, but it's more on the private hospital part. Yeah.
Okay. So, you went to India to get operation, right?
No, we didn't go for that because like after we consult the UMSC one, the doctor. So the doctor recommend us maybe you want to be sick for an operation because for my baby case, it's a very rare case. So we might want to go for some hospital have that kind of the volume or the doctor have that kind of volume. So this has been, if you're going to join the Facebook, they are talking about this, but at the end, we only doing 1 or 2 times on the tele consultation. But at the end, the hospital in India, they also not respond us very aggressively. So we decided to do it locally. Yeah.
I mean, so far, how many operation did your child underwent?
The first operation is done on the day of 4, and then the closure is done on this year May. After 2 days later, you go up to the operation theater again, just to doing a minor adjustment on the external fixation because my baby need to do on the pelvis bone osteotomy because like the pin is pressed on the stomach, all those kind of thing. That will be the probably will not be considered a big operation. Then
Okay.
probably we consider 2. After that, they'll remove the pin. That will be another 1 round when before my baby discharge. Yes.
Okay. So far it's 2 major operation lah and 1
Yeah, it's 2
minor.
major operation. Yeah, it's a 2 major operation.
Okay. So I want to ask you about some coping strategies. So in time of a stressful condition or in time of uncertainties, what strategies or mechanism do you use to cope?
Yeah, previously I really using running to be like to release my stress. But unfortunately, because during the time when my baby born, because like I also heading an operation department, I have a lot of staff. I have about 100 staff reporting to me. So I'm very busy. So like it end up during that time. So I totally give up my running. So the only thing I still keep trying to do it is, yeah, for people will be trying to very funny because like I also love to bake. So like every weekend before I go into coaching, before I take my fight, a day before I will bake everything. I will
Okay.
bake everything. I will bake my cake, make my bread, and then I bring to coaching. I feel that is something I can release my tension.
Okay. Very
If I
good.
really do that and then bring all the way to my in-law house, then I feel very happy, and then I feel something I can be I have something to release. Yeah,
Yeah.
that will be the thing I will be doing. But on top of that, yeah, I was starting to do the housekeeping in my house, doing the cleaning in my house is when I
Okay.
starting to get stressed.
So
Yeah, so
so
these were the part like I trying to do.
okay. So you have skill in baking, right?
Yeah,
Okay, very good. Actually, I have actually I know two male friend who apa a pro in baking. Very rare.
yeah, because like yeah, sometimes you need to find a way to like to run away from all those problems.
Yeah, true. Okay, so how do you balance the emotional needs of your family, including your own, with your child's medical needs?
Yeah, basically what I try to balance out because like I seldom discuss a lot with my family member
Mm-hmm.
because I believe that sometimes they also didn't do sufficient study or researching on what the symptom my baby have.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of my wife basically will get on the information from the doctor. Other than that, a lot of thing like when I read something from the some of the journal or when I get some of the information from the Bleeder Sophie parent group
Mm-hmm.
or from the those people sharing. Seldom I will keep it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I will try not to be like telling the what will be the worst case scenario, what will be the potential. So I always tell my family or my wife like never mind, we do the first step first, then we will see how everything will going fine. But a lot of time those things, the information I know, then normally, because previously when the monthly routine checkup, I will still I will purposely fly to Kuching as well with my wife to
Mm-hmm.
see the Miss Anne. Then from there, I was starting to asking a lot of questions to Miss Anne, a lot of things, and then to verify what I find on the Facebook group they are talking about. I will be verified on that lah. But after that, most of the time, especially for those not so good part, I will be trying to not to tell so much to my
Okay.
wife because I don't want to let the whole family member into a very anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
worrying mode.
Okay.
Yeah, because like a lot of time my parents, my including my in-law, they also have a lot of wonder why
Mm-hmm.
things can be happen on this. And then they also try to be like supportive, but up to somehow, I
Mm-hmm.
still feel that if maybe they didn't know so much, might be a little bit better way to handling it off. So
Mm-hmm.
they will be more positive and more happy on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, any other uh, any other type of support network you have beside what you told me just now, family and that's Miss N, right? And
Yeah, nothing much we get the support lah, but it's just more like a lot of time like going to hospital, routine checkup, routine do this, it's become like a norm for us. Like over for the past 1 year, we have been getting used to it. And then from what we has been learned, we also know that okay, if going to hospital, what we supposed to be do, what we supposed to be prepare. From the
mm-hmm.
past 1 year experience have been teaching us like okay, you cannot depend on anyone. You're supposed to be depend on your own. So that uh we has been starting to get easy for it because like starting September,
Mm-hmm.
after the get the norm, because like my wife and my kids starting to stay in with me in Bintulu. So
Mm-hmm.
we also starting to live alone, just three of us. So
Okay.
they try to go to work. My wife will be thinking. So we also trying to get everything into the norm. So
Mm-hmm.
we also trying to accept that that will be part of our daily life. We cannot run it away. That will be continue with us quite a lot.
Uh-huh.
So that will be the thing like we are starting to accept on that lah because actually I'm not from Sarawak, so I'm from Semenanjung Penang.
Mm-hmm.
So another changes is we also trying to twist our way of life will be like previously I would quite frequent go back to my hometown with my wife to visit my parents. But
Okay.
now it becomes the other way around. So we will arrange my parents coming over, whether it Kuching, Bintulu. So that will
Oh,
be a slightly different thing. We are starting to get into the norm. This will be
okay.
the way of life.
Okay, okay. Right. You said just now, there's a support group in Facebook, right? Is it local or US only?
Yeah, actually, that one they are open to worldwide because I joined. They have a several group. Basically, I joined quite a lot of them, but only two group is a very active. That
Okay.
will be the parent tribe of the Blader Atrophy because on that group they will be mostly a parent. They will uh, share what their condition, what is their child condition, how they
Uh,
grow up process, including sometimes they were seeking help to comment because
okay.
a lot of parents they just get the news when the baby born. Some of course when they do on the detailed scan, they already can be identified on the week 20. Some
Mm-hmm.
even can be identified at week 13.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be a lot of part they were sharing. So that
Mm-hmm.
will be more positive side. But on the other group will be on the bladder atrophy. That one is mostly on the bladder atrophy. They are part of it. They are the person with the bladder atrophy. There will be all kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the posting from there will be quite sad because they was sharing what is their difficulty they are facing throughout their journey, what is
Mm-hmm.
they are facing when they are build up, when they have a career. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of things they were sharing on that group. When you read it through, that sometimes you feel a little bit depressed as well because
Yeah.
like you feel, oh my child will be maybe my child will be going through the same path. That will be ponder me quite a lot. But most of the time I try to avoid to reading from that group, but I going for the parent track or the Bader as Sophie.
Mm-hmm. The group is worldwide, right? It's not
Yeah,
Malaysia
it's a worldwide. It's a
worldwide.
worldwide, but mostly are coming from the US because like the case.
Uh-huh.
I believe in Europe, properly, if they are diagnosed before the baby are born, they are stopped to terminate the pregnancy. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe in Europe, I don't encounter so many parents join it, but in US, there will be a different case. Yeah.
Okay, okay, all right, understand. Okay, is there any moments where you felt lack of understanding or support from those around you?
Yeah, when is the very first 2 or 3 months, then when the people will be starting to comment on how come can be like this, how
Mm-hmm.
come your child like this, how come you are not focused on your job? Yeah, that will be the part like you feel like, yeah, this is not the thing like it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't feel any support I was given. Yeah. So this was part like yeah, initially when we are talking with the doctor in the SGH, yeah, of course they also don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also don't have much experience. Sometimes they also not there to share much because
Mm-hmm.
like they also don't know what to do. So sometimes I will feel like who I supposed to be asking for? Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that will be especially on the first 2 or 3 months, that will be the thing. Especially when the first month, when I send my baby go for the confinement center after my wife transferred to Kuching,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that will be a lot of comment will be coming in
Mm-hmm.
from other parents on the
Okay.
confinement center and the worker there. So yeah, that would be like a lot of time we will starting to wonder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How did you handle this?
Yeah, a lot of time, nothing much we can do. Sometimes a lot of time we just keep quiet, nothing much. Whatever you want to say is say. Because like for
Okay.
example, one scene I can remember correctly when I bring my baby go for the routine
Mm-hmm.
checking up with a lot of baby there because they need to do the babying. So we open up the diaper, everything, and then the parents surrounding it suddenly look at my baby body. It's suddenly uh uh uh. So those things actually is a lot of time giving us a lot of like we feel like people will not be understanding us
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
like most of the time, yeah, so like this will be the part like we will feel like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sometimes we will feel like how come you were facing thing like how come the such a person will come, but in after a very long thought, after like we trying to accept this thing like we were facing on like for now, yeah, whatever you want to say it, but for me now is actually like we starting to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you want to say, you just go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Then basically we starting to accept like maybe my baby, my child's born with a bladder atrophy, so we don't really care like what people will be looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any advice to other people in terms of building a strong support system?
Yeah, because like yeah, that would be the part. That's why I looking to join the MRDS. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe they need to have some support group, or maybe to have some of the or maybe it's not a society, but at least a similar they have a one support group, Facebook, WhatsApp,
Mm-hmm.
at least they can be exchange some of the information. So that will be helping like the people facing the similar issue. They have some guideline to referring to. So they might be have someone like telling people, okay, you what you supposed to be doing, because like a lot of time for my case is we don't know, but I end up like I will be starting to learn from all those parents from the Facebook group, because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of time, because this is very rare case, the doctor, the nurses, they also don't know much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
because like sometimes people perception or even some of the nurses from their perception, they say you're supposed to be doing on that. Actually, sometimes we're giving the parents or the person itself will be have more impact, or it's not necessary that way. So
Mm-hmm.
that will be the part like from those people maybe can be unite to have a group, then telling people, then I think it will be much useful.
Yeah.
And then of
True.
course my lesson learned is not lesson learned, I would say like maybe because like in most of my baby case, if when they doing on the detailed scan,
Mm-hmm.
it can be detect earlier. Because for
Mm-hmm.
my case, because we are in Bintulu, the hospital, whether private or public hospital, they don't have such a facility.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor during that time also not recommend us to seek for the so-called the detailed scan. So
Mm-hmm.
probably we miss out that opportunity.
Yeah.
So maybe we can have the option.
Mm-hmm.
So because I believe that to let the parent have the option rather than this will be a totally a life-changing thing. Because
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people, I believe that a lot of parents with their child with the rare disorder, the
Mm-hmm.
life will be totally changed.
Yeah.
So
True.
this will be the part like it's not everybody will be able to be cope through. So that's will be the part I believe that the awareness need to be there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True. Okay, so looking back on your journey, 1 year plus, right, 15 months,
Yeah.
is there something you have learned about resilience or strength that you didn't realize you have before?
Yeah. There are sometimes like when anything happen, so just need to be calm and believe in yourself, whatever need to be done. So whatever need to be done, then we need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Then something we facing the challenging or whatever people are currently need to be firm on it, then need to be firm on it. So this is
Mm-hmm.
a part like uh after all, all the parent will be trying to do for the best for their child.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that over the 1 year, yes, because my baby with the so-called the rare defect,
Mm-hmm.
but I believe that because if on this, so he really make me and why we also have a more firm on what we are trying to looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also know that uh, also teaching us what's necessary, need to plan what necessary for
Mm-hmm.
our child for the future. So those will things like to making us like more cautious. So like is also is more careful and then observation on my baby development. So those are part like it really give us a lot of impact on that. Yeah.
Yeah, saying your answer that this experience have changed you in a positive way, right?
Yeah, basically, yes, because like, yeah, because after all the problem, after all, you still need to be facing it. Nobody can help you.
Mm. Okay, all right. Okay, last question from me.
Okay, sure.
What advice would you give to other parents who are just beginning the journey of caring for a child with a rare disease?
If let's say other parent will be unfortunately have the same baby born with the bladder as Sophie,
Mm.
so I will asking the parent to be calm.
Mm.
Don't don't be too eager to seeking for the immediate operation like what they do in US. So maybe trust the doctor at the moment. So maybe postpone a little bit, go for the delay operation. Yeah, of course, later on, we probably need to be doing the pelvis osteostomy. But I think just to let the child to develop to have that kind of option. So because like they will be have a different approach and method to do all the repair operation, but maybe wait and see might not be a bad option, especially all those defects will not be threatening life. So maybe will be have some time to waiting for the baby to go and then see what will be the best option lah. So this is what I can say. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and experience. It's been nearly 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Your insight, without a doubt, have been incredibly valuable, and I believe they will offer comfort and guidance to other parents. Okay. So thank you again, and
Okay, thank you, Dr. Safwan.
I'm grateful for your time and your openness. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.
Bye. Thank you to
Bye.
Miss Puan Arida, Puan Katina, and Encik Syafiq. Okay.
Hey, bye. Have
Okay.
a good evening. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Terima kasih.
Bye.